Let's talk about whether you should have speakers at your events or high-profile guests.
This video is brought to you by Appy Pie Academy.
If they are good, yes, they can add so much to your events. It's not without challenges, and I'll get to those in a second, but they can promote your events to their own audience, so immediately they can help you have a bigger event, and big names make your event titles that much more attractive, and they get you more attention. So it's a really great way to have your event stand out. And in addition to that, they can add quality to the event in addition to the quality that you add. Let's say, for example, if they bring expertise, well, you have some expertise and they might have additional expertise or expertise in parallel with yours, or that complements yours. So that way, yes, you are the influencer who's putting on your event, but of course, your guest is adding so much more, and together you're making the event that much greater, and you're adding a little bit of variety, a little bit of an outside perspective to your events. Now, this is just in case the events are workshops or speaking events, but it could be other things, even if it's outdoors, or you can have the other guest do other things outdoors. Just other quality, interesting, compelling guests, they really do make your events better. And there's a tendency for event organizers to think like, well, the event is great already. Yeah, but it could always be better. So you want to explore options for that. And of course, if those guests are truly good, guess what? They are influencers, and inviting them and hanging out with them at the event and talking to them before and after, and really doing them a favor because you're promoting them in a way, you're giving them your own extra audience. You are building a relationship with them, a business relationship. And that way you can network with them, and that business relationship, you can use it for a long time. You can ask them for favors later. You can do more collaborations later. Building business relationships with influencers is extremely powerful, and this gives you a chance to do that. Now, of course, let's talk about some challenges that occur when you are inviting guests. First of all, it can be a management nightmare. Sometimes they have lives, they need to cancel, they need to reschedule, and you cannot reschedule. You have the event happening. What are you going to do? And they're like, sorry, because it's not their event. It's a challenge. Sometimes they ask for payment. Sometimes they have other requirements. Sometimes the requirements are reasonable. Sometimes they're not so reasonable. And it's your problem at the end of the day because you're the event organizer. And there's a way to mitigate this. So there's a way to balance the two that's maybe the best of both worlds. And that is, most of the events, make them run by you. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who needs to be building relationships with your attendees. You're the one who needs to be positioning yourself as a thought leader and selling your own products. But sometimes invite, when you can, awesome guests. Those rare appearances by awesome guests will make that scarcity of those guests that much better. It will make it more special. And that way, you'll always have a backup plan. Let's say if the guest doesn't come, well, you can just do the event on your own. And if the guest does come, it's even that much better. And you're not going to have the stress of having to find a guest every time, because if you don't find a good guest for your next event, that's cool. You can just do it on your own. But if you do come across an amazing guest, that guest can make that event that much better. So it's less stressful for you, but you get all the benefits of having the guests.